Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Warrior Pod. I am your host and your Blue Coat, Kristen Martinez, and today is the Blue Coat special. Yay!
Woo!
Cheers!
Clapping very silently so not to peak the audio.
So we are missing a Blue Coat today. We're missing Miss Amanda Daniels. You are very missed here today. We will make sure to have you on another podcast. That way, students and faculty and staff can get to know you a little bit better. But for now, it's just the four of us, which is fine. We're still pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
So to start out, I want to go ahead and get a general introduction from everybody. So Hannah, do you want to start?
Yes. Hello. My name is Hannah Baratang. I, too, am a Blue Coat ambassador. I am an organismal biology major. This is my last semester. What a crazy last semester to have.
I know.
What an absolutely crazy last semester to have. And I have been a Blue Coat for as long as everyone else in the room. 3 semesters. And honestly, it's been a blast. I really like being a Blue Coat. It's like a little family.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
By the time you leave and you graduate, you'll technically have been a Blue Coat for a full year.
That's bonkers,
Isn't that insane?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't feel like it's been that long.
Like the whole spring, and then the summer, and then the fall.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it's been that long, but it also feels like it's been longer. Do you know what I mean?
This is true. I think it's because we all get along so well.
This is true.
And we really are just like a little family. Because as soon as we walked into the conference room for the first time, like, it was awkward for like a few seconds, but I think like once we got to talking even more like by ourselves, we all just kind of like
Oh, for sure.
clicked.
I'm honestly like trying to remember a time when it was like awkward, like even in the beginning. Like I'm trying to remember a time when it was awkward between the Blue Coats. Like, right? Isn't that like natural and normal? But like I can't remember it.
Yeah, I think it's all because we have such strong and like different personalities.
Yeah.
If one of us doesn't have something to say, like so one of the other ones is gonna have something to say.
Me, Kirsten, and Amanda, or mostly me and Kirsten, and now Maisha.
Yeah.
Well, in a week?
Yes.
Over the weekend? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think we have the biggest mouths.
For
Not
sure.
as in like we tell secrets, but as in we talk a lot.
Yeah. We're definitely loud too. Poor Garrett and our singing in the office.
Yep.
I think poor guy. All right, Kashan. Name, major, and how long you've been a Blue Coat?
Yeah, I've been, of course, my name is Krishan. I'm a criminal justice major with a minor in English. I've been a Blue Coat for about a year. It's been about, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So it's been about a year. How I get this job? I applied. And I went to an interview, and I got the job.
Yeah.
I like being a Blue Coat. It's pretty cool. I get to hang out with you guys and do Blue Coat stuff. So it's
Do you think you'll be a Blue Coat until you graduate?
yeah, hopefully. If I graduate, yeah.
If you can.
Oh my goodness.
I gotta maintain that GPA though.
Yeah. So yeah.
Savannah, do you want to weigh in?
Just my major and name.
Yeah.
Oh.
And how long you been a Blue Coat?
Okay. Well, my name is Savannah. I'm a management major and an HR management minor. I've been a Blue Coat. This is the 3rd semester, just as long as everybody else.
Wow, we really have been like together this whole time. It's gonna feel so weird like once our Blue Coat staff changes.
For sure. But honestly, given the fact that we all started at the same time, I feel like we've just all been on like the same journey. And it's been cool, like, especially for this year, that we all started at the same time because we all kind of had the same, like, we were like the pioneers of the new group.
Yeah.
Like there was no people from like the previous group. We were all just like one thing.
Yeah. We really got to put our own special touch on the Blue Coat position, I guess. Because like you said, like this was a fresh new everything. Like Carla was new, we were new. So we got to really like revamp it and make it our own. A lot of it was trial and error, but like not necessarily in a bad way,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And so I think that's what's been really fun, seeing what works, what doesn't work. With COVID-19 especially,
Oh yeah.
like all the trial and error we've done with social media.
For sure. Oh, the Discord. Oh, the poor Discord.
The Discord is sad.
I know. I'm like, I kind of tried, I think.
Because we just don't have enough gamers, and Campus Direct does such a great job already.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, if anything, we could just partner with them on some things
For sure.
if we ever do Discord. But
Which is why it worked so well when we were doing the free game thing every Friday, and then we
Yeah.
were just on their Discord, and it was just convenient.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Twitter too. Our Twitter has fallen.
Oh yeah, my Twitter is just chilling.
Yeah. We made it at the very beginning
Mm-hmm.
of our blue coatness. And
But what would we tweet about?
I know, because I feel like Twitter now is mostly like political and
Yeah.
like full of memes.
Yeah.
So,
Twitter is for entertainment, drama, and politics.
facts. Wow, that was good.
No, I just restated what you said.
Oh, yeah, but yours sounded better than mine. So going on to my next question. So how did you get your job as a blue coat?
Okay. Well, to be honest with you, I almost forgot about how I heard about it, but I think I knew some of the previous blue coats. And like I would always stop by when they had coffee.
Mhm.
And I thought it was so cool that they got to have coffee once a week, like, and just give it out.
Yeah.
And I knew them because we were in like science club together, and I knew them from a couple other organizations. So like, they were like, "Oh yeah, they're hiring again," and I was like, "Huh, interesting." And little did I know, it was a whole new cycle.
Yeah.
And so I just applied on Handshake, and here I am.
Boom shakalaka.
Yes, ma'am.
And Krishan, I know you said like you just applied, but weren't you recommended to?
It's been so long I can't even remember. It probably happened something like that. You know, probably somebody probably did. I don't know. It was like a mystery guy or something. I don't know.
Well, because I know that Dr. Shane recommended you for the writing tutor job, and she recommended me to be a blue coat and a writing center tutor. So I think she might have recommended you for both too.
Oh, that's crazy. 'Cause I didn't even talk in that class. So
I know, that's what I thought was so crazy because you were really quiet.
yeah, So I don't know what happened. You know, I guess she's like cerebral. You know, like read my mind or something.
Yeah. I totally forgot just now that I didn't introduce myself technically with my major.
Oh yeah.
So, hey, I've already said it before, but Kirsten Martinez. I'm a criminal justice major with a sociology minor. I've been a blue coat for about a year now, same as these guys, as mentioned before. And I came to find this job actually through Professor Shane, which is what we were just talking about. I wasn't going to do it at first because I was really nervous. I was like, I don't want to apply for this job and just be like not good enough, I guess, just like not having the confidence in myself. And I was working in retail, and at the time, like, retail was just really, really stressful. And I knew that I wanted to get out of it and go into a job that suited me more as far as like networking and where I want to like do with the rest of my life. And now what really holds people back is not having experience. So I really wanted to try and get experience, professional experience somewhere, whether it was like at the college or wherever else. So I am really glad that Professor Shane talked me into applying because I really do love this job. I think it's going pretty great. Savannah, do you want to chime in about how you became a blue coat? Or what made you apply?
Well, I really just saw it like on Handshake, and I thought it sounded interesting. I'd seen like the coffee with the blue coats on the calendar, but like I really didn't like know what it was. So I applied for it, and then I interviewed, and that's pretty much it.
It's all by chance too. I thought that was so cool because we all
Yeah.
interviewed with different people.
This is true.
So like there wasn't really any like median as to like what they were looking for. They were just like, yeah, this person was great. Let's do it. I don't even know how many people applied. or like interviewed. I think it was maybe around 7 or 10, and only 5 of us got it at the time.
Oh, kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carla always makes fun of me because I had to reschedule my
Oh
my
gosh.
interview. I was like,
Did you forget about it?
No, I think I had like a study group or like an exam or something, and I forgot about that before making the next arrangement. I had previous arrangements. You
yeah.
know? Yeah.
That makes sense. That's pretty funny though.
Let me do business and staff strategy for
Sorry, y'all. Savannah's also in a class.
Is that Jeopardy? Is that Business Jeopardy?
Yes.
Sorry.
It's
That's
okay.
amazing.
I played that in high school. We played Jeopardy and Kahoot.
One time I was at my boyfriend's sister's house, and they have like pre-recorded sessions of Jeopardy, and we were playing, and I didn't know it because I've never watched Jeopardy before, and they've all been watching Jeopardy for years, and they're sitting there like shouting out answers, and then like I'm just sitting there like, ah.
And I hate how you have to answer in a form of a question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Why?
It's weird.
What's the point?
it ruins the competitive momentum.
I just want to know who thought of that. Like, let's make a game show, like a quiz game show, but instead of them just answering like normal people, let's make them ask questions.
Jeopardy's gonna sue us.
Copyright.
Yeah.
I heard the Warrior Pod in this small university in Central Texas talking
Yeah.
smack about Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Well,
Good thing they didn't start humming the theme song, otherwise they would have been done.
I don't think I know the theme song to Jeopardy.
Are you trying to get me to hum it so that we get copyrighted?
No. I'm just saying in general, like, even at the top of my head, you'll have to hum it for me later.
Yeah, I'll wait until after.
Okay, so what is your favorite thing about being a blue coat?
Personally, I really like how like close-knit we are, and like how we get to try stuff out, and how understanding we are of each other and appreciative we are of each other.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool that it's a little family, like we were saying before, because especially for a workplace environment, we know each other so well,
Yeah.
and we spend quite a lot of time together. We do fun stuff. We like bake together. Outside of work, we'll like go places together.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just really cool. We always have a lot of fun whenever we see each other.
For sure. And I guess kind of like piggyback off of that, the good thing about us too is like sometimes I feel in some jobs being friends and being professional, like those lines can blur a little bit. But for us, I don't think that's ever happened.
Yeah.
Like even though we're friends, like we're still professional with each other. And I think that's really important, and that's something that we uphold. So not only are we close, but we also respect each other as coworkers.
For sure. And there's like actually never been any drama, which I'm
Yeah.
really glad about, because I've heard in workplaces that can happen quite
Yeah.
often.
I think it helps that we have one guy, and it's Krishan.
What are you trying to say?
Like, you know, because
Yeah.
when you, it's just like Krishan and Savannah both. They're just like our level heads.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because not saying that you, me, and Amanda aren't, but we're like full of passion and we're really hyped up. So it's nice having like two people who can really like hold down a solid foundation. That's like, all right, let's chill this out. Like this is where we need to go, and
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
we're a very balanced group.
for sure.
And when I end up inevitably leaving, Maisha will take my place. And we're like the same level of loud.
Yeah.
So it won't be that much. I mean, it'll be different, but not that much different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, for those of y'all who don't know, Maisha is our new hire. If we didn't formally introduce her, and she's not technically starting yet, she is a biology major.
Yeah, she wants to be a medical doctor.
Yeah, which is super cool. Whenever she officially starts, I'll make sure to have her on for like a small segment of the podcast. That way she can kind of introduce herself as the new blue coat.
For sure. Maybe even when you get Amanda to do her one.
Yeah, for sure. I can grab those two and bring them on here.
Yeah.
All right, Krishan, what about you? What's your favorite thing about being a blue coat?
A lot. Where I start, you know, like, no, it's not even like a job, you know. You just come here and just hang out, so that's pretty cool. Hanging out with you guys again, that's pretty cool. Just going, we were still like not doing all this, we were going out to schools and, like being mentors and all that cool stuff. So that was pretty cool.
How do you feel about being the only guy?
I mean, it is what it is, like, it's pretty cool.
It was so funny. I want to bring this up because it was my favorite thing. Whenever we were interviewing for the new Blue Coat position, and we had a guy interview with us, and we were each asking, like, we were doing a round table and each asking questions, and Kashawn goes, "Why can we trust you?" Which was completely unexpected. I expected you to ask something like you kind of asked Maisha about, like, life. So for you to go, like, with the trust, it just...
I was going to ask her the same question, but I wanted to mix it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your third go-to question? Because I've heard you say those two before.
Oh, the trust and I was going to ask, like, I don't know, sometimes I just think of stuff, like...
Yeah. Why should we trust you? What's the meaning of life? What's your favorite Capri Sun flavor?
Oh.
And if it's not strawberry kiwi, you can go.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
I haven't
Pacific
had a
Cooler
Capri
is
Sun
good.
in a long time.
They're all kind of... I keep mentioning branded content.
It's fine. We're a small podcast. If Capri
Yeah,
Sun
yeah.
or Jeopardy finds this podcast, then they need to expand their horizons because they have too much
this is
time on
true.
their hands.
I'm going to slander grape Capri Sun right now.
Oh gosh, Christian loves grape anything.
Really?
Yes.
I will only... Okay, for grape stuff, it's either actual grapes,
Yeah.
or Welch's grape juice, and that's it.
I think I love actual grapes. I prefer green grapes though over
Me
the
too.
purple ones. And when I think of grape, I just think too much of medicine. Like when I think of grape flavored things, like
Oh,
Christian,
yeah.
he'll get grape flavored snow cones and slushes and popsicles. Like this man loves grape.
My mom always picked the cherry for medicine,
yeah.
and so whenever I have, like, anything cherry flavored that isn't an actual cherry, I'm like, huh. Cherry limeade, though, is an exception.
Yeah, I think it's because of the lime.
Yeah.
Fruit trauma.
All right, wait, we skipped Savannah.
Why do you love being a blue coat?
It's just a fun time. We all get along very well, and it feels good to be involved in, what
Yeah.
goes on in the university. It
Yeah,
makes you
I
feel
do.
like you're a part of something.
For sure. I definitely feel like my face is more known. Hannah's been known in this university, but for me, definitely feel like whenever people see me walking around now, they always say like, hey, like good morning, like whatever. And it just feels nice to kind of know. And that goes from like staff all the way to like regular students too. Like the janitors here are really cool, the librarians.
Yeah, because your face is plastered everywhere.
Yeah, and that's weird.
A little bit. I will see that picture of us.
Yeah.
The one that was like outside and we were all squinting. And we were all in our blue coats in the shiny, shining sun.
Yeah.
And my hair was horrible and I'm just like squinting, like, please take the picture already.
None of us look the same.
Yeah, we don't look like ourselves there.
No.
It doesn't have our auras in it.
Pandemic has changed our hairstyles, our makeup styles.
Very true.
All of that has just changed. I've gone through 4 hair colors in the last 6 months. How many have you gone through?
I don't know. I really don't know. I would have to sit down and count.
Yeah, even Krishan dyed his hair.
Oh yeah, it looks cool.
Are you gonna dye it again?
Yeah, but I'm just gonna get it blonde again. I think I like that.
Did you dye it yourself or did you have a stylist do it?
No, I went to a stylist.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was pretty neat. You can't see through this mask, but I'm smiling.
We can hear it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So tell me about, we each have different programs going on. So tell me about your programs. What do you do as a Blue Coat?
Okay. Currently,
Yeah.
I just do posters.
Yeah.
Every so often, I'll like make a post on Instagram if we have to post about like Hispanic Heritage Month or like anything to do with like representation of Black, Indigenous, people of color, queer representation, things like that.
Yeah, so you're like our like inclusion and diversity person.
A little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, mostly I just make posters. We do, and then there's the stuff that we do together, like calls and stuff like that. In the past, I have done like gaming with the Blue Coats, which went actually kind of for a while. We were doing like weekend games like Jackbox and Scribble.io.
Yeah.
And our rotational things where we were doing like cooking with the Blue Coats and like reading with the Blue Coats. I have a funny story about that, but I'll just save that for the funny story segment. But yeah, that's pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. I really want to play that new astronaut game together. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, Among Us?
Yes. I think if the Blue Coats played that, we would have so much fun.
Yeah. That'd be crazy.
It would be.
Wow.
That should be
Why
on the
didn't I think about that?
Yeah, that should be on the to-do list
Yeah.
for the future.
We should have like an event. I
Yeah.
wonder how many people would join.
I'm sure we could probably partner with Campus Rec.
For sure.
That'd be fun.
Attorney.
Wow. What about you, Kashan? What's your programming?
Well, I got the Spotify going on. The Warrior Spotlight, Spotify as well. So that's what I got. Just putting in music.
Yeah, for sure. Is our Spotify handles just the Blue Coats?
Oh, the Blue Coat.
Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah.
The Blue Goat?
No, the Blue Coat Goats.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
gotcha.
What yeah.
So if you're
POG.
not following us on Spotify, you need to get on it because Kashan has been uploading some playlists, which are fire. Which means you have to listen to them.
What genres are usually on them? I think I peeped at them, and some of them were like rap and like rock and stuff.
Good
I
game,
wasn't putting
Chance.
rap, but
You gotta keep it clean.
Yeah, I gotta keep it clean.
I mean, there's some clean raps, probably out there somewhere, right?
I know there's clean versions, but you're just gonna hear beep, beep,
Ah.
the whole song.
Yeah, I wish, but I'll try to find some. It's mainly just like all sorts of stuff, like game music. Game music. I didn't say game music.
Do you have like film scores on there and stuff?
Yeah. Well, not really a film score. Well, it depends on how you look at it, because Metal Gear Solid is a film. But
Mm.
yeah, but anyway, I got music, so.
Yeah. How about you, Savannah?
What programming do you do for Blue Coats?
I'm currently doing Friday videos that are cooking related, so
Yeah.
I do a lot of cooking and yeah,
And you did.
and do coffee with the Blue Coats. So
Yeah. You did pet stuff in the
yeah,
past, right?
I did pet stuff in the past and yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
And you can find all of our past videos. I'm going to go ahead and plug our YouTube channel. You can find all of our past videos on YouTube if you just search the Blue Coats, or you can also search new student programs with Texas A&M University, Central Texas new student programs, and it should pop right up. As far as what I do as far as programming, the podcast is my new child. I have been wanting to get this like up and running for like a while now. It just took a little bit as far as like equipment, and I still don't have everything that I want, but that's okay. We're getting there. And our first podcast just released, so if you haven't listened to our first episode, make sure you go back and listen to it. I'm working on getting it on Spotify and other streaming platforms, but that is extremely difficult. I wish I could explain how difficult it is to try and get it uploaded, but I'm hoping to do it soon. But for now, we're here on Podbean, which is still really good. Podbean's free, and you can listen to other podcasts on here. So, yeah, I also do tours. I do Monday Motivation, which I post every Monday. It's just like a quick 1-2 minute segment of just like hype,
Yeah.
Just a little hype message.
Get you through the week because Mondays are so difficult.
Yes, oh, for sure. I can't really think of anything else that I do as far as programming because those two things take up a lot of my time. And then whenever we have like filmed videos that need to be filmed and edited, me and Amanda usually end up like splitting that time. Like the Hispanic Heritage, I filmed it and I tried to edit it, but for some reason I just couldn't. So Amanda went ahead and did that. So I'll wait for her to talk about what she does whenever I have her on here.
Oh, speaking of programming, like past programming, I forgot. Before COVID hit, I got lucky enough to be able to present a P20.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I forgot about that. It was so long ago.
yeah. I forgot that we even did P20s.
Yeah, we did.
Oh yeah, that was like a big thing of like our entire like
Yeah,
job thing.
for sure.
And I made it in Canva, but then I realized I needed it as a PowerPoint.
Yeah.
And so I had to like transfer it over. Yeah, it was like a whole thing.
Oops, technology.
It is fun to present to kids
Yeah.
and like talk about like college and things like that and be sort of like this figure where kids can be like, oh, well, they can do it.
Yeah, for sure. Because we're all pretty young. Like the
Yeah.
oldest out of all of us is Amanda, and she's only 23. So and then you and Maisha are 19.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always want.
And it was so funny because when I was presenting, I knew there was kids in that room that were the same age as me. I was like, there's got to be at least one.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was 18.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And then here you are now about to go into grad school and get a PhD.
Hopefully.
That's wild. Oh my gosh. You're doing so great.
Thank you.
You're
I like
welcome.
to think so.
Yeah, sometimes I forget like you're so young. I think like you're like the same.
Yeah. We really do like a lot, like more than we mentioned, because whenever things are like going on, we volunteer our time at the campus cupboard. Krishan and I have a tour tomorrow with Koba, like things like that. Whenever Garrett needs help with student civic engagement, we're also on a bunch of different committees.
Yeah.
Krishan out of the most of us, but
yeah.
yeah, we're just involved in a lot of things. We partner up with the bookstore a lot, like the Welcome Center. We even helped out the computer lab for a little bit. You and Amanda did, and Krishan helped out in the bookstore for a while. Are you still doing that?
Yeah, I'm still over there, but it's a really good schedule. They work like I pretty much just come in when I want to, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, cool. And see, like, we just help out wherever we're needed. So even though it doesn't necessarily sound like we have a lot of like, quote-unquote programming, we really just spread out over everybody and everything. So I think
It's a
that's
very
really cool.
jack-of-all-trades occupation.
Oh, for sure. Because, like, we're called the Bluecoat Ambassadors, but I see this as more than just ambassadors. I think we represent, like, just students in general. And that's how you really get others involved. So, yeah, it's really nice. So, going into that some more, what other organizations are you guys involved in as far as, like, clubs, committees, like that sort of stuff?
For me, mostly my focus has been on science club. I've been in science club pretty much since I got to this school.
Mhm.
So I think about like almost 3 years now, which is crazy. But I spent 1 year as their media manager. So I was like posting on their Instagram and stuff like that. And then the year after that, I was the president, which was fun and also very overwhelming. And towards the end is when COVID hit, and I had to send out all these emails like, hey, this is canceled, we're not doing this anymore.
Aw.
And then trying to get everyone to still be involved.
Yeah.
But the new president now was my vice president before. She's amazing, Miss Jessica Conkler. She helped me a lot with gaming with the Bluecoats when that was going on. It was her Jackbox game that we were playing.
Yeah.
So very convenient, very, very grateful.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right, Krishan?
You said committees too?
Yeah, just anything.
In the criminal justice club, psychology club, sociology club. I'm on the CSAC committee. I'm on undergraduate representation committee or something like that. The AVP and SGA. And what else do I do?
Yeah.
That's it.
Cool. I'm also a part of ADP and SGA and Criminal Justice Club, even though we've kind of disbanded because of COVID.
I thought you were a senator.
Hmm?
I thought you were a senator.
I am a senator.
You said AVP.
Oh, then I'm not a part of ADP. There's one committee that I'm on, and I always forget. It starts with 80 something. It's like the American Democratic. Oh, Garrett's gonna get on to me for not knowing the full name of this committee. But I'm like the only student on there, so I'm like the student representation for it. It has something to do with like civic engagement and things like that. If Garrett listens to this, he's really gonna get on to me.
Civic and student and civic engagement.
It has something to do with that. So it's something that we have here at the university that helps students like get involved with like voting and like regular.
Oh, CT votes.
Oh. It's something a little different. It's like an actual like outstanding committee that's full of like Paul York is on it, Garrett's on it. There's a few others at the university that hold, like Dr. Bowles is on it. And there's only like 8 of us on this committee, and we do like subcommittees. I really need to memorize the name of it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening.
Like, what is like the overall objective?
Really just to like get more students involved with understanding democracy. So it's more than just like voting and like voter registration. It's just we like advocate for why it's important to be involved with government in general. You know, whether it be the federal level or state level, and even like city level, like understanding who's on your city council, your mayor, like that sort of stuff. Because the thing with politics is especially democracy that we have, everything starts at the sub-level and goes up higher. So who you elect at the smaller like city level affects who does it like in your state, and that goes into federal, like that sort of thing. So we're just here to help students have a better understanding of how that all coincides, I guess. That was a lot.
Miseducated.
Trying to be.
We love to hear it.
Yeah, even though I forgot about our first meeting and I was like 5 minutes late. It's fine. Nobody noticed. But yeah, it's perfectly fine. Savannah, are you a part of any clubs? Or orgs?
Well, I'm a part of SGA, so yeah.
We are senators.
Student government.
Senators. What if? Never mind. That was dumb.
Pat Senator.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Glad to know we're on the same page.
Our same spaced out sort of minds. So, here we go. Do you have any funny blue coat stories?
All right.
Lay it on us.
Okay, I'm going to be brief with all of them except one.
Okay.
So the first one, this is before I was a blue coat, but it has to do with the blue coats.
Okay.
I remembered how I knew about the blue coats.
Okay.
I was 16.
Uh-huh.
I was 16 and I had just got here, and the president of the school, Dr. Nigliazzo, he was like, hey, would you mind coming into this thing and like joining us in this little like meeting thing? And I didn't know it was going to be like, actually, I think someone else asked me. I think if it was the president, I would have known. But someone else asked me, and I was like, okay, I'll join y'all. I think the Blue Coats asked me back then.
Mm.
But like, I kind of knew them as casual because I had only seen them at Coffee with the Blue Coats.
Yeah.
So I show up to this meeting, and it's this long table with these crazy office chairs, and there's the president and this crazy rich guy.
Crazy rich guy.
I think he funded like the McLean Baylor Stadium.
Oh.
Like Dr. or Mr. McLean. I don't
Wow.
remember. I was like 16. I was like 3 years ago. I'm so smart. I don't know, it's 19 minus 16. Okay, anyways. So I show up in a hoodie.
Oh, Hannah.
I was there in a hoodie and ripped jeans and sneakers, and the hoodie had like an anime girl on it.
Oh no.
And I was sitting there, and all the blue coats on the long table are wearing their fancy ambassador coats. I'm just sitting there like in my hoodie, and I'm like, ah. I like talked to the president after. I was like, hey, I'm sorry for showing up in a hoodie. I didn't know it was like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was like, oh no, it's okay. We wanted you to show up the way you are. And I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
And then that happened to me again, because at some point I was presented with a flag from the governor at the time at school because just because I'm young.
Yeah.
I was young.
Yeah.
In past tense. And they just presented it because I don't know, I had been in the news recently just for being young and in college.
Yeah.
A funny story about that, like I told them that I wasn't going to be 18 when I graduated. I was definitely going to be older than that. And then they didn't change it. But you know.
Oh well.
But I showed up to that in a hoodie too because I forgot it was happening.
Oh my gosh.
This reflects poorly on me. However, I have grown somewhat. And I think my other funny story is when we went on a lunch break before student government, me, you, and Amanda.
Oh my goodness, yes.
We went on a lunch break before the student government meeting, and we show up to this piercing shop, and we're like, yo, what if we get some piercings?
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what piercing I've always wanted? A smiley. And for you guys' information, a smiley piercing is a piercing in the frenulum of your mouth, which is behind your upper lip, above, like in front of your teeth.
Yeah.
It's like the little flap of skin that like lies in between your two front teeth, like above. I don't think I'm explaining this well.
No, I think you're good.
But I got it pierced. But the lady put in this piercing that was so large, so incredibly large, that the two little ball closures were like sticking out from between my lips. It looked like there was like a little metallic like slug in there, like poking its eyes out.
It was so funny. It was so big.
I could not hide them. I could literally not hide them. Even if I like pulled my lip over
Yeah.
and like put it over it, I could not hide them.
Yeah, and that was really before like masks were like fully a thing.
Oh yeah.
So there was no hiding it.
There was no hiding it. And I'm like, hey, do you think you can change this piercing out? And she's like, no, come back like at 7 or something.
And then you had church.
I had church, and then like I had the student government, and then I had church, and then I had to come back to do the thing, I think.
Yeah.
It was just a mess. I was running around with this giant horseshoe in my mouth.
It was so funny.
We were literally dying outside of the student government meeting. Carla was so confused. She was very, very confused.
I knew as soon as she saw it too. I was like, we're gonna be in so much trouble.
Oh yeah.
Even though like we weren't, and we're all like of age, so like
Yeah.
piercing, like it's okay for us to get piercings and go into tattoo shops.
For sure.
Not recommending any of this to the younger population or people who don't want to get piercings.
Of course.
To each their own. We are an inclusive podcast.
But yes, that was my funniest story.
That was really good. I love it.
It was so big.
I don't think I have necessarily like any funny stories like in particular. I have a lot of stories where Krishan either scares me or deceives me.
Oh.
I already told one of the stories on our first podcast about him scaring all 4 of us.
You did?
Yeah. It's like about him being in the background and me not understanding like where he was coming from.
That's amazing.
But then today we're waiting on Hannah to meet us in the OC, which is Organization Central. It's here in Heritage Hall. It's where like the Blue Coats and Campus Rec is kind of hanging out right now because we can't be in the offices. And my back is like facing away from the window, and we're waiting for you. And Krishan goes, oh, there she is. Because I just mentioned, like, where's Hannah? So I turn around, and it's a lady with blonde hair that looks nothing like you. And she's in a black suit and a pencil skirt. And I'm like, where is she at? And he's like, deception.
He just said
Yeah,
deception?
Yeah, and he's like, I didn't, well, he said, I said, there she is, but not who the, what did you say? Like, not
Who the
the,
person? Well, I didn't say it was Hannah. I just said there she is.
yeah. I was like, thanks, Krishan. And he goes, deception.
Did you just have a crush?
No,
There she
no.
is.
She was an older lady.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who knows? Everyone has different tastes. I don't know, Krishan.
No, I didn't.
Krishan, are you into older women?
Oh my goodness. Is this harassment?
Probably. We should probably.
Yes.
That's, and so the second time he said it, I didn't believe him, and I was like, you fibber. But then I turned around and you were really there.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Mike was trying to get me to sign up for the hike thing.
Yeah, like, listen, Mike. You
I'll
can
see
try,
it on the social media.
You can try all you want to, but 8 a.m. on a Friday, going like 4 miles is a lot.
This is true. Also, I have strict parents.
Facts. Krishan, do you have any funny stories?
It'd probably just be the ones that you had.
Yeah.
Same ones.
We have a lot of fun in general, so sometimes it's like hard to think of them because all the time
Yeah.
we're just
Yeah.
having fun. Do you want to plug any, Savannah?
Well, I got stuck in an elevator
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I
last
forgot about
week,
that.
Or like 2 weeks ago. Krishan had to call our boss Carla, and they stayed with me until I got out of the elevator. But
Aw.
I don't know if that's a funny story. I think that's
It's
a
a
little
little funny.
scary.
It's funny.
It's
it
a
was
little
funny
funny.
because I could see everybody. Like,
Oh my gosh.
So
Savannah's
I
like,
could see it
it's
was
funny.
like-
You can laugh. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
It was like this much open, so I could like see Krishan out there. I could see everybody out there, so it wasn't like scary.
Yeah.
So it was funny.
You're probably like, what, on the second floor? So if you dropped,
Yeah.
it's not like you were going to drop far.
Yeah,
You'd only break
Yeah.
like a bone.
yeah.
And sometimes we like to tell ourselves things, and that's okay.
It's fine. I was telling Savannah earlier, I was like, sometimes you have to laugh to cover up the trauma.
Oh, for sure.
But, all right, we're reaching our time mark. Do you guys have any outstanding advice for maybe future students or even current students that are enrolled?
I say make friends, have fun. Make sure you have a good balance between school, work, and fun.
Facts.
Definitely take care of yourself. If you have to cancel plans, that's okay.
Yeah.
If you need more time to yourself, then you can move things around. Actually, specifically on campus, we have services at counseling and wellness
Yeah.
where they can help you with that, like positioning your schedule to be as little stress to you as possible.
For sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Krishan?
I'd probably say don't let money control you. Probably be that. Invest. Invest in stocks and create a IRA and stuff like that.
I love that. I think I'm imagining Krishan is like secretly rich.
Probably. I wouldn't doubt
Probably.
it. Him and his money saving techniques.
Yeah.
Probably doing a lot of adulting, but
Money Matters with Krishan. You forgot to mention that.
Oh yeah. Well yeah. I forgot. Yeah, money matters. Like Anna said.
Yeah. And
Money doesn't matter, but it does matter. So.
Yes, exactly so. I couldn't have said it better.
Savannah, do you have any advice?
Just advice for like college.
Oh yeah, for
Just
like
in general?
yeah.
Just to make sure to get involved and just, ask questions and ask for help when you need to.
Yeah. My advice, I think, would be, and this is for me personally because I love all of y'all's advice, so I'm just gonna add on to it. Is get a planner, and if you're not like a planner person, like at least figure out like some way to keep up with your assignments and other events on campus, because with classes being online and stuff right now, it can be kind of hectic, and you can procrastinate, which can hurt your academics. It can also hurt like your social life and your sleep schedule. So
Yeah, I know a lot about that.
so yeah, just get a planner or even like work out with, like Hannah mentioned, our counseling center. They actually do more than just like regular counseling. They can help you create a schedule. So that's something really great to have access to.
For sure.
All right. Well, this was a really great podcast. Wow. Thanks for joining me, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Of
Yeah,
course.
definitely.
All right, and we will see you guys next week. Please make sure to follow us on all of our social medias. We are New Student Programs, Texas A&M University Central Texas New Student Programs on Facebook. And you can follow us on Instagram at Your Blue Coats. And we already plugged our Spotify, and you can also check out our YouTube. All right, see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.